So, what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, October 6th, you missed baptism and you missed communion. You missed the story of the mustard seed. We had little Owen Anthony Rishworth for baptism today with his mom and dad and his aunts and uncle and cousins and grandparents, and it was awesome. It was awesome as we got to effectively be the hands of God and hold this little baby and the voice of God and say, I love you. And we welcomed him into the community. We welcomed him into the life and death and resurrection of Jesus. It was special. And then we heard about the mustard seed and how if we had faith like a mustard seed, we could make mulberry bushes rush into the sea. And we heard about the mustard seed that's so small. The kingdom of God is just like that mustard seed that although small, it grows to be a great shrub with wonderful branches for the birds to make nests in. We heard about that and then realized that mustard actually ruins fields. It's one of those things that when you plant, you can't stop it. It's like mint. It grows and grows and ruins fields. And no farmer wants birds making nests near his fields. Whatever the mustard plant hasn't choked out, the birds are going to eat. That's why you have scarecrows. So we realize that in many ways Jesus is saying the kingdom of God, well, it will ruin your life. And then I pointed out to Joanne and Will, the parents of our child who was brought to baptism, I pointed out to them that their son is going to ruin their life too. No more will they be able to do what they want when they want. That in fact, nearly every decision they make from here on in will revolve around their son and what's best for him. What TV shows they watch, what food they eat, where they go, when they go. And as this little boy grows, he's going to expect them to love his friends even when they may not seem very lovable. And he's going to want them to care about the things he cares about. He's going to want a dynamic relationship. He's going to challenge them and ask them questions and expect things of them. He's going to ruin their lives. That is, if they want to have lives that are lived totally for themselves. If they want to have lives that are already planned out. But if they are willing to make their son a focus of their life, if they want to include him in all that they do, if they want to carry him in their heart as well as in their arms, if they imagine a life in relationship with their son, then in fact he won't ruin their lives as much as he will fill their lives and introduce them to wonderful things and new people and new ideas. And even as he grows, they too will grow. And so the kingdom of God is not just like a mustard seed, but also like the birth of a child. It can leave you breathless. It can hurt. It can challenge. But it can also give you great meaning. It can take you to places you've never been before. It can provide a dynamic relationship that is more than you could ever imagine. It can show you what true abundance really is. So it may ruin your life on one hand, but it pays you back more and more in a new life that it offers. A child. The kingdom of God. And with those things in mind, we came to the table to celebrate that abundance in communion. And everybody was invited, although I did remind everybody that they needed to be aware that communion, that this meal at this table just might ruin their appetite. Ruin their appetite for, well, the way things are done in the world. A world of good and bad, my side, your side, hate. This kind of table can ruin you for that, because it's a table where we all gather. It's a table that we don't own, in fact. It's a table where the food we share, the abundance we share isn't ours, but belongs to God. A table where we discover that love is revealed in brokenness and in sacrifice. That true intimacy comes when we live for somebody else. Table can ruin your appetite. The kingdom of God can ruin your faith. A child can ruin your life. Really, the whole service today was in ruins, and we missed you. Hope we get to see you again soon. Thanks be to God.